There are some fucking idiots out there. Is Atticus Finch racist? No. Shut the fuck up. So, when I got up today, I noticed Atticus Finch was trending. Why? Well, that's fucking interesting. Apparently, Barack Obama did the crazy thing where he quoted Atticus Finch. And the entire headline of this CNN article that was trending on Facebook, I do believe was, is it racist? Is it okay to quote Atticus Finch even though he turned out to be a racist? President Obama says yes. Well, President Obama didn't say anything. He just fucking quoted him. The whole idea that Atticus Finch could be racist is preposterous to me because I focus on things that are canon, meaning To Kill a Mockingbird. He embodies acceptance. He embodies tolerance. He embodies reason. Why would he be considered racist? Well, it's because of a book called Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee that was published on July 14th, 2015.
Side note, and that was conveniently published. To Kill a Mockingbird got banned out of several school districts and is no longer required reading, despite the fact that, by my estimation, it is clearly required reading. What the fuck?
It was considered a lost novel that was found, even though we knew about it. And the only reason it was considered a sequel is so that the publishers could publish it, because they're greedy. This book was never meant to see the light of day. It was a first draft. There was nothing about it that fits in the same universe as To Kill a Mockingbird, except for the fact that it was a first draft that got scrapped. Why is it being used? Because of greed. Nothing about this story is canon. Nothing about it should be considered in the same realm as To Kill a Mockingbird. Because of a quote along the lines of, "Do you want Negroes to exist?" By the carload outside of our churches and our schools. Something to that effect. And I've been in conversation with some people who actually think that he's a racist. What about him saying these things in a book that was a first draft to the story that eventually gets told in To Kill a Mockingbird makes him the same Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird? Explain yourselves. And they fucking don't. They have no intention of explaining themselves. All they want to do is to shame anybody who quotes Atticus Finch because he turned out to be a racist. Because his personality changes. Because he goes to Klan meetings now and says these fucked up things. No, he isn't he. He doesn't go to Klan meetings now. He's different than the Atticus Finch who defended a black man, Tom Robinson. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's an entirely different person. It's an entirely different story. And at very worst, if you want to say that it is the same story, it's told in an entirely different way because it was a less experienced writer. And I quote, "Go Set a Watchman is a horrible read. I'm slogging through it right now. There's a reason it was rejected by publishers the first time around. Choosing to publish it a couple years ago as a found lost novel is a decision based off money. Also, Jim is dead and Dill is staying away abroad. I'm only continuing to read it as a sort of professional study on the changes Harper Lee made in the two books. Publishers are greedy bitches." Yes. Also, considering that it was a first draft, caused the swell of conspiratorial ideas that Truman Capote actually wrote it. Because this first draft is so fucking horrible, and To Kill a Mockingbird is so iconic, people for many, many, many years now have been saying, since they were friends, Truman Capote actually wrote it, and Harper Lee is just somebody who lucked into having a friend who was a genius. I mean, whether or not you believe these things, I don't. I'm not a conspiratorial-minded person. You just create more demand for evidence. Where is it? There is none. She wrote it. She fucking wrote it. And her first draft was horrible. Because first drafts are always horrible. Okay, maybe not. Maybe if you're prolific enough to just shit things out. I mean, we have people like L. Ron Hubbard who never wrote a second draft. Ever. And clearly, Dianetics is a hit seller. Still not good. Still not good. Look, the only reason people are shaming others for quoting Atticus Finch is because they are reacting emotionally. And to be completely fair, so am I. But I am reacting emotionally to the outrage of a lie, to falsely perceived information, to people who are being dishonest with their narrative. They are being outraged just recreationally. They are taking up every mantle they can to show some moral fervor, that virtue. How dare you quote this literary figure that is iconic and clearly an icon of acceptance and tolerance and reason, and an upholder of what is actually just in an unjust world, and making it fit their fucked up narrative that, oh, he said that one line in that one book that isn't canon to the story that everybody remembers him for? Racist. Fuck you. Atticus Finch is a literary hero. This book, this Go Set a Watchman, should never have been published. I mean, it's an insult to Harper Lee's memory. Even though they own the rights to her work, doesn't mean that everything she has ever written, even if it contradicts her other stories, should be put out there to make a quick buck off of her name. It is fucked up, off of the name of To Kill a Mockingbird in general. Is Atticus Finch racist? No. Shut the fuck up.